Hi and welcome everyone to another video on this channel. Today I'm gonna show you my free draft for Gameweek 29, and also we're gonna discuss a little bit about who are the best players for this Gameweek and also which fixtures to target. So let's get into it. Okay, so firstly, before showing you my free draft for Gameweek 29, I just wanted to see and to discuss a little bit about the fixtures for Gameweek 29, and also to remember this video probably is most likely for the people who are gonna need to free it in Gameweek 29. If you have 11 playing players for Gameweek 29, I should tell you that probably you don't need to free it, but also this video could be useful because we're gonna talk a little bit about the best players for Gameweek 29 and also maybe for the futures. Okay, so the thing is, probably if you want to free it in Gameweek 29, most likely you have obviously players who are gonna blank in Gameweek 29. You have players from Crystal Palace, from Newcastle, from Aston Villa like Isak, Munoz, Mateta. So yeah, these are the fixtures for Gameweek 29. So this is the whole list as you can see from the screen. And from here we need to pick 11 players who are gonna play in Gameweek 29. So as you can see, the thing with the free hit is obviously you need to have a core of essentials players if you want to, some must-have players. So let's start with them, and then you can build your free team and take some risk if you want to. So the thing is, Man City, Brighton. Obviously, I would recommend you to have at least one or two players from Man City. Brighton are playing a little bit better in the recent games, but still, obviously, Liverpool are blanking, so we're not gonna captain again Mohamed Salah this game week. So yeah, probably in my team, obviously, I will try to get to Haaland, and probably he's gonna be my captain. City are playing at home against Brighton, so I would say that the core players from here are Haaland, someone like Guardiol in defense, maybe an Ederson if you want to, and also if you want to take a risk, you can go with Foden or someone like that. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the players who are gonna be in my draft in a moment, but firstly, I just wanted to say some things about the free hit 29 and what things we should be looking to in order to maximize the potential. So obviously you want to have players who are on set pieces, who are on penalties, someone like Haaland, Chris Wood, Clivert from Bournemouth. Obviously you want to target, if possible, a team who's playing at home, because usually the teams who are playing at home are having more chances to have a good result. And obviously you want to target those bottom teams who are playing for avoiding relegation, like Leicester, Southampton and Ipswich at the moment. And also you want to take some risk with the free hit, because you can be boring or you can play it safe if you want to. If you have a really good rank and you want to protect that, I understand you can buy some players from Arsenal, but with the free hit you have the chance to go with someone maybe you wouldn't want to go when you're playing normally this game. And I think that you obviously, as I said before, you should have that core of important players, of essential players who are gonna save your rank a little bit. And also you can have two, three, maybe four players who are gonna be some differentials for you. But enough talking for now, and let's see my free draft for Gameweek 29. So as you can see from the screen, this is currently my free draft for Gameweek 29. Now I need to say to you that I'm not actually using my free for Gameweek 29, so maybe this is not gonna be the best draft you're gonna see on YouTube, but obviously this is what I thought about, and I tried to have some really good decisions here. Obviously you don't need to have all these players in your first 11. Let's say I put all the list here with my playing players with some alternatives, and obviously there are many more alternatives. If you want to, you can play this cheap with really more rotations, more permutations here. But as I talked before, let's see the core players, the essential players. If I was to play my free hit in Gameweek 29, Haaland would be 100% in my team, and probably he's gonna be my captain against Brighton at home. Brighton played a little bit better recently, but still, Man City are playing at home. It's a great fixture. I know this was not their best season, but they are turning it a little bit. Yeah, they just lost yesterday to Nottingham Forest, but still, Brighton are not Nottingham Forest. Defensively, I really want to target that Haaland pick. Also, I would have someone like Vardiol. He is the most attacking defender in that Man City team. Obviously, he scored a lot of goals this season, and I really want to cover that Man City defense for this game week. Another core player, if you want to, or maybe let's say the safe pick, Gabriel against Chelsea at home. Man United are playing against Arsenal at the moment, and Bruno Fernandes just scored, so it's 1-0 up. Yeah, it is what it is. I still think that Arsenal's defense is not that bad as maybe some people are trying to make it out to be. So if you want to be safe, I know that his ownership is not huge at the moment, but I can see an Arsenal clean sheet there. We know that Gabriel has some attacking threat. Chelsea are not playing amazingly at the moment. I think that they just beat Leicester 1-0. Palmer missed a penalty. So Chelsea are not in the best form at the moment. I think that Gabriel is a nice option if you want to, but for sure you can play with others player here if you want to maximize Nottingham Forest. They are playing against Ipswich away. As I said before, Forest just kept a clean sheet against Man City, so yeah, why not? They can keep a clean sheet against Ipswich, right? So you can play with Ola Aina, Nico Williams if you don't have enough budget for that. There are other defenders you can play here, but firstly, let's see the first 11. I would have in my free team for Gameweek 29 Ainuri from Wolverhampton because I really want to target that fixture against Southampton. I know that Southampton just scored against Liverpool, and obviously, if you say it like that, they can score against anyone. Obviously, it's football, but Enury has a little bit of attacking threat. Wolverhampton are a team in a better form at the moment. They are getting better slowly but surely. And yeah, Enury would be one of those core players, I think. Obviously, Chris Wood. Um, he wasn't in my team for so many time this season, but if I was to free it in Game 29, would for sure would be in my team against Ipswich away. As I said before, he's on penalties. You need to try to target these players who are on penalties, on set pieces, because they have more routes to points. And yeah, you want to maximize that. Bruno Fernandes, as I said before, he just scored against Arsenal. A really nice free kick, by the way. And yeah, he would be in my free team, I think. Against Leicester, as I said before, we need to target those fixtures. Now, Clivert and Semenyo. Uh, yeah, Bournemouth just drew 2-2 against Spurs earlier. Evan Nilsson started. Dango is not an option anymore, I think, because he was on the bench. Evan Nilsson just scored. With Clivert, I think that you need to have him because the same. He's on penalties, he's on set pieces, he's playing really nice at the moment, and he also missed some big chances against Spurs today. Beaumont, the same. He would be in my free team. At that price point, he's really a good player. The fixture is not great against Bournemouth away, so I really understand if you don't want to play in Belmo, you want to go for a differential, you can totally do that. Bournemouth are defending okay. Brentford failed to score against Aston Villa this weekend, so yeah. As I said before, here with Semenyo, he just blanked against Spurs. What I really like about Semenyo is that he's playing 90 minutes every game week now. At the end of the game today, he just gone out in the 86 minutes or 87, I think, with a little injury. I think that is just a cramp, so I think that that's just minor. Now let's see what Iraola is gonna say at the press conference. But here you have the option. I don't think that Semenyo is essential, so You need to know that. I think that you can go with Evan Nilsson if you want to. Now, the fixture against Brentford is not ideal for defenders. I know that they just failed to score against Aston Villa the weekend, and someone like Kerkez played really nice, really good against Spurs. He got an assist, I think. Now they are not really keeping many clean sheets, Bournemouth, but he's an option. Now I don't know if I would put him ahead of someone like Enury, Guardiol, or Gabriel, even someone like Ola Aina from Nottingham Forest. So that's the thing here. You can totally play with Evan Nilsson if you want to, instead of someone like Beto. Wood and Haaland would be 100% in this team. Now, why I put Beto in the starting 11? Obviously, it's not decided or something like that. There are many options you can do here, but what I like about him, I know that he blanked this game week. He's on penalties. That's the thing. Everton are playing at home against West Ham United, who uh, this is a really nice fixture, I think. Now, obviously, you don't need to go with him. We have some strikers who could be an option. Like I said before, Evan Nilsson from Bournemouth, I think that he's gonna start again. He played really good against Spurs. Now, obviously, Spurs are not the best defense in the league, so we don't know how they are gonna play against Brentford. But Brentford give you chances also, so definitely you can score against Brentford, also at home. Here I put Strand Larsen from Wolverhampton. Now, obviously, Cunha would be uh, my third forward here if he was available. Now, he's not available, sadly, and yeah, I'm not really impressed about Strand Larsen. He didn't play amazingly this weekend, but still, he's a forward playing for Wolverhampton, and they are playing against Southampton away, which is maybe the best fixture you can get at the moment. Southampton also against Liverpool, they play decent in the first half, so they are showing some signs of improvement, but still, if you want to target that fixture, I totally understand it. Um, about the goalkeeper, currently in my starting 11, it's Sales from Nottingham Forest, so they are just a brilliant defense. Now, obviously, here you can go with someone like Jordan Pickford from Everton. They are playing at home against West Ham. Pickford is not making many saves at the moment, so that's why I thought to put Sales there. Also, Nottingham Forest obviously are a better defense than Everton, although Everton improved a lot recently. Other goalkeepers you can go for maybe Jose Sa from Wolverhampton. You can go for Ederson, but again, you want to double up on that Man City defense, and also we know that Ederson is not making any saves usually, so I wouldn't do that. You can go for Raya if you really think that Arsenal is gonna keep a clean sheet against Chelsea. You can go with that double up. Now I have sales. Obviously, you can have Olaina and maybe Olaina instead of Gabriel, Raya instead of sales. You can make a lot of permutations. Now, if you really want to play a little bit different, you don't see the budget for this team, because I thought that you can make a really good free team for Gameweek 29 with any budget, honestly, because the thing is you're not gonna have Salah, so you're gonna sell Salah for this game week. You can have a 3.9 million goalkeeper on your bench, and also you can have a 4 million defender, another 4 million defender. I think that if you have one good sub, it's okay, because mostly you're choosing the free. You're choosing in your free players who are gonna start, right? So in case of any emergency, maybe you should have at least one good player on your bench, maybe two. But after that, I would just pick some really cheap players to have all your budget in your starting 11. So yeah, you're gonna have Haaland, Wood. If you want to go a little bit different, I think that Foden is a nice option. Now, obviously, with Man City players, that's the old talk. You don't know when they are gonna start, how many minutes they are gonna get. But on paper, City against Brighton at home is a nice fixture, and if you want to target that on your fleet, I think that's a really okay decision. You can go for Guardiola, Foden, and Haaland, someone like that. Let's say Foden instead of Mbeumo, if you want to. Um, Another player you can go for is Son from Tottenham. He just scored the penalty. Now, obviously, they're gonna play in Europe. Son was benched for this gaming, but I think that he was just his minutes were just managed, and obviously that's the thing with Son, same as Foden. He's not playing 90 minutes anymore, so Hyun-Min Son is not the same player we kind of knew from before. Before he played 90 minutes every gaming. Now this year he is not getting 90 minutes every game. So there is a risk, obviously. But if you want to, they are playing against Fulham. Uh, it's a really decent fixture. Now, obviously, Fulham are not a bad side. Don't get me wrong. But Son on a free hit, I think that if you want to take some risk, I think that he is a great option. Now, here you can go for more players from Man United. Now, I don't know how the game is gonna end up. Arsenal against United, but at the moment, at the break, they are leading. You can go for a defender from Manchester United. If I was to go for one, I would go probably with Diogo Dalot. You can go for Dorgo or someone like that. For I don't think that I would go for Onana, although maybe he's gonna make more saves than sales from Nottingham Forest. So Dalot definitely he's an option if you want to. You can have three Bournemouth players if you want to. The fixture is really okay against Brentford at home. So yeah, that's the thing. You can go for Semenyo, Kluivert instead of Gabriel. I think that you have more options. If you want to take some risks, you can go for Eina, you can go for Kerkez, for even for Mikolenko if you want to. Defender from Everton. If you want to have more attacking threats, you can go for Tarkovsky. I wouldn't go for any defenders from Spurs, I think, or from. So this was my free draft for Gaming 29. Please let me know in the comments what's your opinion about this? Which players you think are the best for Gaming 29? And also, thank you so much for watching this video. If you come this far, please consider subscribing, giving a like, supporting this channel. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, good luck next game week and see you next time.